Hi guys, it's Erica, and today I'm going to be doing my May wrap up. I don't know the months because I forget. Anyway, before I tell you about all the books I read in May, I would love it if you would go watch this little short comedy film I filmed with my friends the other day, and I will leave a link in the description below. It was my last video I uploaded, but yeah, if you went and watched it and liked it or leave a comment, that'd be wonderful and I would appreciate it. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna tell you the books that I read now. The first book that I read in May, I am really proud of myself because I've been wanting to start this trilogy for the longest time, and I've always pushed it off because it's such a huge trilogy and it's so intimidating, to be honest. But I finally read it, and I read The Fellowship of the Ring, the first book in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and it was amazing. It was brilliant. I loved it, you know. At first I thought it would be too much for me, but I was really surprised at how well it was easy to read and whatnot, and I really enjoyed it. It was really good, and if you love fantasy, you really need to read this because it's amazing. After that, I read Ark Fever by Robert Cornuke, and this story is about a guy who was looking for Noah's Ark, essentially, and it was really good and entertaining, and I really enjoyed it. It's non-fiction, so it is a true story, and it was just really good, and I don't read a lot of non-fiction, so I'm really happy I'm reading more non-fiction-esque stuff, so that's really cool. And I really enjoyed it. I don't know a lot about Noah's Ark, the story in general. I mean, I read the children's Bible story when I was a kid, but besides that, nothing. So I really wanted to read this, and plus Noah, the movie, just came out and I really want to watch that. After that, I read Monument 14, Sky on Fire by Emmy Laybourne. This is the second book in the trilogy of the Monument 14, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so this book series essentially reminds me of The Mist. If you've seen The Mist, it's a movie that's really good and creepy, but yeah, it reminds me of that a lot, and this is just the second book, and it continues on these kids' journey of surviving this crazy disaster, and it's just apocalyptic and creepy. But it's really, like, I'm not gonna lie and say that it's amazing because it's not. It's not a great book. It's not the best book. I won't lie about that. But it is strangely entertaining, and I find it kind of addicting. Like, I want to know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know. For some reason, I still want to read more. So that's a good thing, right? It's not the best writing, but it's addicting. This book has me addicted, but whatever. I'm excited to read the third and final book, is what I'm trying to say. After that, I read The Mermaid Chair by Sue Monk Kidd. This is the lady that wrote The Secret Life of Bees, which I have yet to read. I own it, but I haven't read it yet, so I hope to read that because I really actually want to read The Secret Life of Bees soon, because this book was so disappointing. It was one of the worst books I've read this year, probably, if not the worst, and I feel really mean saying that, but this book was just so pointless in my opinion. It was just, what? The romance in this book, not believable in the slightest, and I just, no. This whole book, it's just, don't read it if you get the chance to read it. Just move on to something else. So I watched True Blood years ago, the first season, and I liked it, but I never really continued, and I figured I would finally read the first book because I've had it for a while now, and it was okay, but it was just whatever. I didn't really like it. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not into vampire books anymore, so I didn't enjoy it as much, but I just didn't, I don't know. Like, it was okay. Like, I read through it really quickly, but I don't think I'll be continuing just because I don't feel like it. Like, if someone gave them to me, I would read them, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy them. No, thank you. So I read 2 disappointing books in a row, and that kind of had me down. But after that, I read a book that's probably one of my favorite books that I've read so far this year, and that is Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet by Jamie Ford. This book was beautiful and amazing on so many levels, and I loved it. It was so good. It had the effect on me that The Book Thief did, and that is a really good level of praise. So if you want a really good book, you should read this. It's not completely similar to The Book Thief, but it made me have the same feelings, is what I mean. So there's that, and it was really good. It was really good, and I'm really happy because, funny story, I got this book for free while browse shopping in a furniture store. Someone just left these books out and was like, here's some free books, take them, and I got this one for free. And I'm really happy I did because it was beautiful, so beautiful. After that, I really wanted to read something light and happy, and so I read Hoot, and this book was so cute and I loved it so much. It's just really good, and it's just like, you know, it's like a kid's book. It's about a boy who is just trying to save these owls, and a pancake house is going to be built on this land, and on the land these owls live. So he has to stop the construction of the pancake house to save these owls, and it's just so fun, and I loved it. And if you haven't read it, you really should, because it's just a heartwarming story that I really enjoyed, and it made me happy. So after all of those books, I read The Two Towers, the second book in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I loved this one even more than the second one. It was amazing. I love it, because in the first one you really just get like the Hobbit story. It's just one perspective, and in this one you have like dual point of views, or just dual stories going on at one time, and this one is just so good, and I love all the action and the craziness, and it's awesome. It's awesome, and I can't wait to read the third one. I will be doing that in June. I hope so, because then I can wrap it up and feel so accomplished and proud of myself. So those are all the books I've read. I'm currently reading like 2 books. I'm reading Forrest Gump, which I'm loving, and I'm also reading at the same time a book by Cassandra Clare that we probably all know about that just came out, and the feels right now. I'm like, the feels. I can't even talk about this book because I'm really sad because it's the last book, and I'm so sad right now because it's the last book. Like, it's amazing so far, but it's the last book and it makes me really sad. But I will end it on that note, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.